And we are live. Welcome, folks, back again to Project Fog, right? That's what we're called, Project Fog. Yeah.
Something
Fog.
like that.
If you don't remember what Fog stands for, it's Friends on Google. Friends on Google Hangout. So Project Fog. Okay, and it is me, Hank Vapes, and joining us tonight in place of Robbie Vapes is Jay from Homebrewed Vapes. Say hi, Jay.
What's going on, guys?
What up, Jay?
So if I'm in place of Robbie, should I say a boat? Is it a boat? An A?
A boot, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the topic of today is the state of vaping and where the hell do we go from here, right? So I was thinking about that all week because a lot of people are emailing me to start vaping and, with the whole sponsorship thing. And I was thinking, man, trying to recommend things. And I'm like, there's so many things to recommend. I mean, to start vaping now it's a great time to start. And I didn't start until last summer. What the hell was that?
That was my phone, sorry.
I didn't start till last summer, and even then, not even a year ago, the cheese were slim, So I can imagine how it was a year prior, a year before that. But now, and it seems like everything you get in, you're praising because everything's good. There's nothing coming in or nothing that I'm buying or nothing that's coming in that is horrible. Everything I'm getting is almost a quality vape. So it's weird at this time. There are more for beginners and there's more for advanced users, but just about everything you get, even mouth-to-lung tanks and RDAs that you use today are really good. So where do we go from here, all right? We're into temperature control, and we know that's going to advance a little bit, right? I don't know how much further they can go with it, but that might be advancing. But where do we go from there? So that's the topic for tonight. But first, let's all introduce ourselves, and we will start over there with you, Jay, since you are our guest tonight.
What's going on, guys?
Introduce yourself and let us know what you're vaping
on. Jay from Homebrewed Vapes and myvaporium.net. I'm vaping on all kinds of shit. I got my new Xbox 2 from Smoke that I love like freaking crazy, and then the UD Zephyrus, or UD, as Hank calls it.
Am I the only person that calls it that?
No,
I call it UD.
Call it that.
I mean, I read it like it's spelled in the English language. That's how the fuck I pronounce it. Okay.
No,
I get so much shit for that though.
I've always called it
Happy word. You
and
do it.
People are like, well, just look at the logo. It says UD. And I'm like, yeah, but pronounce that. Say that as a word. UD. Just like when you do like slang text, instead of your, you do you are. You know what I mean?
Then I'm smoking or vaping on the UD Zephyrus. And then I got my Velocity and my Sigelli. Vaping on my caramel apple, my tropical custard, and my homebrewed bear, which I'm changing the name to Sweet Bear, I think. I don't know yet. But that's what I got. And then I got my crown on the side just in case.
And speaking of homebrewed bear, because that came from Sugar Bear from Cutwood. Sugar Bear is now called Sugar Rizzle, just to give you a heads up.
Nice.
So yeah, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your juice line and your coils and where they can pick them up at, pricing, stuff like that.
Here's what I got so far. I don't have a website, but me and Billy was just talking about it, and I think I'm going to try Vistaprint, getting a website up to where you guys can order this stuff. It's $12 for a 30 ml bottle and then free shipping. I've got, the caramel apple, the tropical custard, tiger's blood, strawberries and cream, which I'm still working on that one. I'm not happy with it yet. Then the homebrewed bear and what did I miss?
Blueberry.
Oh yeah, the blueberry custard. Actually, I think I'm gonna start calling it the blueberry cuss cake. Who knows? And then, but anyway, you can either PM me on myvaporium.net or check me out at homebrewedvapes@gmail.com. Just shoot me an email, and I'll get your order and everything set up. And I've got PayPal set up, so we can just do it that way. And as far as my coils go, I wasn't really sure, so I told Billy, I was like, $10 for a pair of them because like some of them actually take quite a while to make. But then like simple shit like you know, Claptons and stuff like that, I could probably do for like $5 a pair or something. So.
Yeah, guys, and I can tell you, I mean, he makes some nice coils. He just sent me a bunch, and really nice. And I immediately for the that's a fused Clapton with a. That's just a fused Clapton, flat bastard, right? That's the flat bastard. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. It's hitting really nice, and he sent me that real big one, man. And I don't even have an RDA to fit it, but I just for that coil, I am going to pick myself up either a Twisted Messes, or what about that 13 Heavens? Does that have big post holes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it
Yes,
yet.
it does. It's the same thing as the Twisted Messes and the El Cabron, pretty much. All three of those Addies are the same.
Yeah, I might pick
Like
one
the
of those
build
guys
deck
up.
is the same on them. The only difference
that
is like
goes-
cosmetic.
You can get the Doge V2. Those things have got huge post holes.
Yeah,
So-
I can pick those. I'll pick something up.
Billy, apparently it's stuck on you right now.
It's switching
How do
on me.
That's just what they're saying in the chat.
Oh, do you know how I get rid of that?
Yeah, look down at the bottom where it shows all three of us and click on yourself. Click on your picture.
Okay.
We'll see if
It's all
that
about
works.
Billy.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's moving around now.
All right, cool. Is that better for everybody? Let us know in the chat.
Hank, introduce yourself and let us know what you're vaping on, bud.
My name's Hank. Vapes. Oh, this review just went up today. Sigelli 150 TC. This thing is fucking awesome. And, of course, my Nixon, because I just can't stop using it. It's such a fucking great RDA. I love it. Dripping some of the Milkman on there. And what the hell is that?
What the fuck is that?
And then the other Sigelli temp control with the Goliath. And of course, Angry Amish custard, because I got a big bottle of that. It's just been, that flavor I just dedicated to my tanks. It's just so good in a tank. And then what I was just re-wicking when we were coming on was the Aromizer RDA version 2 glass, which this thing is pretty cool too on my IPv4. With Dripaholics Dreamweaver. It's like a peach cobbler-ish type thing. That's what I got.
Purdy. I gotta get me a Nixon. I've been looking at those things.
Yeah, Nixon looks nice.
Huh, my little third wasn't on. My bad.
Yeah, me either. That's what I'm trying to do now.
I thought I
So
had
what's
it.
that Milkman like?
It's
Milkman?
it's a really creamy strawberry.
I might have to try that out.
Personally,
It's okay. I don't think it's freaking awesome. I mean, for
No.
the price, yeah, it's. I don't think I could vape it all day. I have a little, like I've had this 15 milliliter bottle of it for a while, so it's.
Here's the thing. It was extremely hyped up, so I was expecting something that would blow me away, and it didn't blow me away. So I was a little disappointed. But with that being said, it's not a bad juice at all. It's just, it's good.
Yeah.
It's just not, it's not the best
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever had.
nothing. Right, exactly. Now this is what I'm vaping on, some Zomberries. Well, I got it on my XQ2 on the new Aromizer V2 hexagonal version with a Jay's fused Clapton in there, single coil mode. Now that's some good strawberry, fucking strawberry cream. And yeah, I'm vaping on that. Plus, I got the round version Aromizer V2 on the Tesla 2 with my little trooper on there. There's some of some of Jay's custard. I mean, strawberries and cream. And oh yeah, I got the Aromizer RDTA with some wild berry in there from Vista Vapors. And I got I got a dual Clapton in there as well, and I got that on a Sigelli 75. And then I got some naturally extracted tobacco vapes that I'm doing. I got the new, the beta testing I'm doing with some tobacco in there, and somewhere else, and I don't know. Oh yeah, my Steamboat on this Skylodon. All right, somebody's noise is up. You got to turn it down, guys.
Mm.
You hear that in the background? Somebody typing or something?
Yeah, I hear something, but
I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway, yeah, so
I hear
that's
a
what
hum.
I'm vaping on. What's that?
I said I'm hearing a humming sound.
Yeah, I'm hearing some kind of background feed. I don't know what it is. You hear
Right there.
it? I don't know. I'm not connected to anything else.
yeah, I'm not sure.
At least I don't
And
think
all I'm
so.
seeing is the Project F.O.G logo.
Let me just double check and see if anything's open. I don't think I have anything open. No, I don't have nothing open. Well, anyway, that's that. So let's go back to our main topic, right? And that was where do we go? Where do we go from here? What's next? What's next in the world of vaping? I mean, is it going to be more power, more wattage? Is it going to be better batteries? Is it lower wattage, better vape? I don't know. Where do we go? Or is it going to be just better built? Just better built mods. With artsy fartsy pieces at lower prices.
I think lower prices is definitely coming. Everything seems to be dropping. I think
Big time.
I think lipos are going to be a big thing the second half of this year. Or, well, I guess we're already past the second half, but towards the end of this year, beginning of 2016, I think we're going to see a lot of lipos coming onto the market.
Yeah, I would think that as well. And I also predict that you're going to have more. I'm thinking like artsy type pieces, like instead of your just factory milled shit, like they'll be factory, they'll come out in mass, but really nice things. You know what I mean?
Right.
A little more ergonomic.
Stuff that's stylish.
Ergonomic fucking designs built in, leather, fucking wood, shit like that. Just really nice. I mean, where else? I don't think vaping can get any better. Like, I mean, maybe yes, in temperature control that can get better, but as far as unless they come up with this miraculous new metal that we don't know about, what else? How
eventually
else?
one
What
day
else
we're
more can
gonna
you do to vaporize a liquid?
I don't know. But eventually there's got to be like some sort of wickless system, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be anytime soon, though. And I'm not talking that F.O.G tank. It's got the ceramic straw, because that's still a fucking wick. It's just not cotton.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Something, I don't know, in the way of, how they do the dry herb thing? It's like a little oven.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would transfer over to, vaporizing e-liquid, I don't know. I don't know. Where does it go? In the comments, where do you guys think it's going to go? You know what I mean? I don't, I'm trying to think. Like, I mean,
Let me
products.
ask you guys this. Do you think temperature control is going to become the standard?
Yeah, I think it's going to be standard built in. I don't think it'll be the standard of the way people vape, but I think about 90% of the mods that come out now are going to include temperature control. You know what I mean? It's just going to be another option.
Yeah. I think that. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I think it's going to be before long. Every regulated device is going to have some form of temp control. But I just don't see it as being the way to vape in the future. I just don't see it.
No.
Not until you can start getting a true temp control with Canthal, anyway. But even then,
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of people that they just like that really fucking hot vape. And even if you're using temp control and you set it to, 700 degrees, you're still going to burn your fucking cotton. So at that point, it's useless, really. You know what I mean? You might as well just not use temp control at that point.
no, I think once you get up around 600 degrees, I mean, it's pretty hot, So going any higher than that, I don't know.
Well, so like for me, to get an enjoyable vape out of the nickel coils on the crown, I had to turn this thing up to 600 degrees, which is as high as it goes, and turn the temp coefficient up just to get a decent vape. And it kept cutting out, of course, but then you learn.
And now at 600 degrees, though, when your tank empties and you take a hit, it's going to be a dry hit. It's going to burn your cotton because 600 degrees burns your cotton. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people that like their vape to be so hot that temperature control becomes pointless.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're going to burn your cotton, but not really, because I can tell you on my this guy, the SMY Mini, it won't burn the cotton. If I put a dry cotton burn test in there at 600 degrees, it doesn't burn.
Really?
Yeah, it does. This thing does temperature control very well. Even though you can't control the wattage in temperature control mode, it does it very well. And I
was going to say that means it's got a very good prediction or whatever.
Yeah. And that's another thing, like to actually, because they're not actually measuring the temperature of the coil. They just know it's basically an estimation, because you know how high nickel gets at a certain temperature. You know what I mean? That's how they could do it. What was that, Jay?
How it ramps up. It's got juice on there to fire it. I think it's got some.
Jay, we're losing you, buddy.
Some of the ramp up to the coils, you can read how fast it's ramping up on what it's ramping.
Jay, you might want to refresh, man. You're sounding like Max Headroom. You know what? I see DJ LSB Vapes. I tried to get in touch with you earlier, Daniel, see if you wanted to come on. So let me know if you wanted to come on. I'd like to hear your input on this.
Absolutely.
Daniel, if you want to come on, I will send you an invite.
Daniel's fucking, he's more knowledgeable than the two of us put together. That man knows his shit.
Yeah, he does. He does. Let me see if I can. Sent him an invite. Go ahead, you guys talk. I'm gonna try and send him an invite.
All right. Well, when I do use temp control, which has been a lot lately, I've been learning better ways to build with nickel. It's still a pain in the ass to build with, but as my nickel building is getting better, I'm finding that I enjoy temperature control a little more. So when I am vaping in temp control, I usually tend to stick to around 470, 475. And like, for instance, on my Sigelli 150, I had my snub nose with a nickel coil, and I was vaping that at 475 degrees at 70 joules, I think, and that was absolutely perfect. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. It was a great vape. And then like my crown tank, I love that with the nickel coils. I think that thing's amazing.
Yeah, the Star tank, the Star coils are amazing. I think they're actually better than the crown tank when it comes to temperature.
Really? I haven't used them in temp control yet, so
yeah, they're very good.
I need to pick some of those up then and try that.
All right, Daniel, I did send you the invite, buddy, so whenever you want to come in, just stop in.
Oh, I see Daryl. I see Daryl in the comments. What up?
Sex with monkeys isn't as great as you would think. Yeah, Max Headroom has been a while. You know, that goes back to Where's the Beef. And speaking of, I just watched a movie called Pixels with Adam Sandler. And it had all those references, man, back in the 80s and shit. You know, Hank, before you even wore diapers.
I was born in the 80s.
Yeah. What? Wait, what are you? How old are you? 26?
Yeah, 89.
Man.
You're fucking old.
Yeah, I'm an old fart. I guess Jay left us.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back on.
Yeah, he had this problem last time. What?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. When it comes to temperature control, I've been vaping a lot of temperature control lately, and it's kind of fucking me up. You know, because I kind of get confused what coil I have in what tank. You know. And
Dude, I just did that because I've been vaping on this Aromizer. I just put it on when we started the show, and I was like, man, this thing fucking sucks. And I don't know why, because earlier today when I was vaping on it, it was great. And then I looked down, and I had it in temp control mode, but I have a Canthal build in here. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
Let me switch it over, and oh, imagine that. Now it's a great vape again.
What would you? All right. Quest. Hey guys, what's up? Serious question. Temp control RDA build. What would you do in a vape shop if you saw somebody actually torching the N9 200 wire before doing a build? Thoughts?
I'd smack it out of his hand and tell him he's stupid.
I wouldn't smack it out of his hand. Just basically say, you know, you shouldn't torch your wire.
No.
You know,
God.
well, why are you doing that? There's no need to.
No.
You know.
That's just creating. That's just going to create the bad shit that you don't want.
Yeah.
That you're not going to get anyway. Regular vaping.
If he's going to fucking do it anyway, then fuck him. Let him do it. You know what I mean? Like, if he wants to be a jerk off and not listen, then go ahead, vape on it.
I would not actually slap it out of his hand. That was more of a joke.
The Aromizer. I personally, now I didn't do a full review. I just did first look, but I did the full review of the RDTA. And to me, this is the only RTA I've ever used that made me say, wow. I mean, I've used plenty of RTAs, and none of them ever wowed me, floored me, nothing. They're just, okay, they work. You know, this thing, I get a dripper quality vape out of this. And I shit you not, it's basically like vaping on a dripper. And that's what it is.
Yep.
It's a little fucking dripper in there. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just and it's just wetting your coils like a squonker, basically coming up from underneath. So as far as that is concerned, and it holds 6 mils. I have the 3 mil one, but this holds 6 mils. It's great. The only downfall about it is the vape band thing. Some may like it, some might not, but it's.
I think that's a little cheap.
It is. I think they should fix that, and they should also come up with a way to plug just 2 holes and keep 2 holes open. Now, I did find a good use for the fucking vape band. I put it on my Stro Mini to turn it into a fucking, and it works perfect. So I found a good use for that. But I think they cheaped out on that. You know, that is what it is. Now, as far as the Aromizer V2, all the other ones, the glass, they're all slightly different with airflow wise. They're all good. They're all good flavor. The V1 probably had a little more flavor, but the draw was much tighter. You can adjust the draw on these. And you can get a nice cloud. You can get a nice wide open airflow. You get more, I think, the most with the round one, then the second most with the glass one, and then the third most with the...
Yep. So far, the glass one is my favorite. I'm getting the best flavor off of this one. Don't know why, but
have you tried it without the swirling thing in there, with just the metal thing in there? The round one?
Yeah, but I like it with the swirl.
Yeah, it's definitely a difference.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to get at. You could feel a difference. Well, first with the draw, it seems more airflow without the swirly thing.
Yeah.
And definitely better taste with the swirly thing in there. I'm trying to figure out, because I got to do the full review, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I'm going to probably just set, and just to let you guys know, you can swap, like the 2 metal ones, they each fit in each other. So I think I'm just going to build one without the swirl, one with the swirl, you know, and just try to show the difference there. But
yeah, the Aromizer tank would be good for you, Time Bandit. because, like Billy said, it is an RDA. And here's the thing, they're calling it a rebuildable dripping tank atomizer. I guess kind of like the big dripper, but that was different because you would actually drip with that tank. This one, it drips on its own. You got the tank above the RDA with holes in the bottom, and it's going to drip out on its own. So it's not really a dripping tank, you know, compared to what was already on the market that they were calling a dripping tank. But you do have an RDA build deck inside the tank. So yeah, I mean, it's basically an RDA with a tank on top. So that would be perfect for you if you like that strong flavor, you know, from an RDA, but you're driving all the time. That would be perfect.
What did you guys use when I invited you? Did you use the email link I sent you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
that's what
clicked
I
on
used.
that.
Okay, I'm gonna, cause Daniel didn't get my invite.
Who didn't?
Daniel, so I'm gonna send him.
He's saying to send it on Hangouts. I'll send it to him.
I did send it on Hangouts. That's how I sent it. So now I'm gonna send him an email.
Yeah, we got a thunderstorm over here, and my power was flickering. It was screwing my Wi-Fi, so now I'm using my phone for internet. Hey, it's working.
All right, Daniel, I just sent you the invite through the email. I also sent it through Hangouts. I'll send it again through Hangouts just in case, but and I think Hank might be doing it as well.
Yeah, if I can get it to pull up.
Some reason, like when I'm trying to grab my Hangout and move it. Oh, here he goes. He's here. He's in.
Awesome.
One thing I can say about this coil, Jay, and this fused clapton in there, should I have used less cotton or more cotton? Like I got like a little bit of cotton in there. Should I use more rather than less? Because I feel like it's running through juice really fast. Like I'm only getting like 2 pulls before I get a dry hit.
I pack mine pretty decent on the bottom to wick it up, because I mean it pulls it up pretty good.
Yeah.
Because the actual coil itself holds a lot of juice. So yeah, I usually put a lot of cotton down at the base to wick with.
Okay.
Because like right here, I don't know if you can see this or not, but that's a fused clapton paralleled with 24 gauge nitron, and every 3 or 4 pulls I've got to juice it, and it's cotton like son of a bitch.
Yeah, because I only threw.
Sorry.
No,
to
go
answer
ahead.
your Vape Minimum question, yeah, I'll definitely get with you tomorrow, man. I appreciate it, because I suck at setting up websites, so yeah, I do appreciate the help. I'll take it.
I only got this little tiny wick in there. Daniel, buddy, are you here yet?
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
There it is. What's up,
What's up, buddy?
Thanks for the invite.
No problem, pal. Glad to have you.
What up, Daniel?
Hello. I just started to watch at minute 17, so I missed what you were talking about.
Okay. Well, the thing is, the whole main topic was the state of vaping and where do we go from here. So, I mean, I started by basically saying, you know, when I started was not even over a year ago, and pickings were slim then, you know. So, but nowadays it seems like everything you review, you rarely get a negative review because everything is so good that comes out. Everything's a quality vape. So, where do we go from here? You know, what's your take on that? Where's vaping going to go from here?
That's a tough question, but yeah, I agree. Nowadays, everything we receive is good. is good. And normally I stay too much time to find negatives on recent products, but I think there are always things to improve. I think temperature control is the way to go, but not on titanium and not on nickel. Maybe on stainless steel. And I'm hoping for devices like the Disruptor with easy swappable batteries, even lipos, and tiny devices.
Okay. So you think maybe smaller is the way to go with bigger batteries, but smaller. If like battery technology can catch up.
Yeah, starting to decrease the size of the mods. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, and I think that would get more to the mainstream, right? If you have something like an ego style pen is more appealing to a smoker than a fucking this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Normally, yeah.
But yeah, as far as like stainless, you said stainless steel. Now that's what I want to ask you. You have that iJoy A Solo. How is that controlling the temperature? Can you explain that a little bit to us on
Uh,
camera?
I don't know if I'm allowed to, because I kind of guessed, talking with them, I kind of guessed how it is working, and they confirmed, but I never asked them if I can speak about that, and she never said me I didn't. So the the way the way I thought it was working, and they confirmed, is on the screen it just reads 2 decimal cases on resistance, but behind the screen the chip is actually reading 4 decimal cases. So imagine sometimes you have the last decimal case on resistance on a Cantal coil changing one number. Imagine if the board can read 4 decimal cases.
Okay,
But
so it's reading further out and stopping it when it gets to a certain point.
since the board can read 4 decimal cases, the board can actually feel resistance changes on Cantal, but it's not. It's not.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
It's
okay.
just
Now I got
just so minimal
yeah,
on
yeah,
Cancel, and that's the first board to read
yeah.
that much of
Totally.
a minimal change. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the bo
So
but the board needs to first learn the Cantal coil. You need to vape at least 2 seconds. The Cantal coil you have with juice, of course, and the board needs to learn because each Cantal wire is a totally different Cantal wire.
right, but it's
Yeah,
basically doing the same thing that it's doing with nickel, right? But just at a smaller scale, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's not
Trying.
actually reading the temperature, just like it doesn't read the actual temperature with nickel. It's
No,
like an
no.
estimation, right?
Yeah, totally an estimation.
And it's working, right? It's working good for you.
Totally. On Cantal, yes. On nickel, sometimes. On titanium, huge fails on titanium yet. But the final, the retail version is only going to be out next week, I think. Yeah, this next week. But
That's that's amazing. They read the temperature on a Canthal very good, but they can't get nickel and titanium right.
that's why I'm helping them with the temperature coefficient of different wires, and I have a mathematician friend helping them. So
Oh, okay,
That's
cool.
I
awesome,
think
dude. I think that's really cool.
yeah, if I can help,
Now,
I help.
Yeah, why not?
now what about you mentioned stainless steel and temperature control. Is that how much different is stainless steel and a Canthal? Because that's all stainless Canthal is. It's a type of steel, isn't it? Or a
But
steel like a
how much do you love the flavor of the UL Crown stainless steel coils?
oh yeah, it's amazing. It's great.
Yeah. And stainless steel is a better metal than nickel and than titanium.
So I mean, what I'm saying is, as far as reading temperature off it, so if they basically do the same thing that they're doing with the Canthal, you can do that with stainless steel.
Yeah, they do it a different way. I don't know if the retail version will do differently. They do different way. It's not like other temperature control devices that when they reach the temperature, the setup temperature, they limit you, but you are going to still vape at that temperature. No, the Solo, once it doesn't limit you, you can go beyond the power, or you can increase the power so much because you like a hotter vape. But if the chip figures that you don't have juice on the coil, it cuts the vape instantly. It doesn't limit you on temperature, it cuts the vape.
Oh,
and
it just
starts
touch you.
yeah,
Okay.
and starts to blink
Wow.
the little droplet starts to blink, so you can know that you don't have juice in the tank. But you can of course watch the tank.
Yeah. But that, I mean, that would work better on a dripper, right? Now, if you build a regular dripper,
Yeah,
Canthal coil, it's going to do the
yeah,
same thing, right?
yeah. So, but you still need to have spaced coils.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have luck. I had luck with a few micro coils and micro. I don't know the name now. Clapton coils. I had luck with a dual Clapton coil setup, even with hotspots on the legs. I had luck, but not every time.
Okay. I got
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's cool.
I look forward to Anakin's. Anakin's supposed to be doing the same thing. I look forward to that and seeing the way they do it. Because what they said they're supposed to be doing it differently.
No.
No?
No. Inakin and Aspire with the new how they call Pegasus mod. Inakin and Aspire they was associated with iJoy in their mods, and then iJoy cut relations with them. That's why Inakin um, re-agended the release of the temperature control mod, and that's why the Pegasus mod from Aspire have some similarities. It has the same fire button, exactly the same. The body, I think it was designed by iJoy also, but the board, the electronics, iJoy cut the relationships with them, and they went their own way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
That's
these fucking companies, man.
that's not fully confirmed, but she didn't deny it.
I should actually have the Pegasus soon. I'm gonna check it out.
And
That
you
was
will
that.
see the fire button is 100% equal. 100% equal, the fire button.
Okay.
And some other things they are similar.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me. I opened my email and I had an email from Aspire, and I was like, "Oh shit, fucking Aspire's contacting me. That's awesome." So, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want to happen. I don't know. I'm satisfied with everything I fucking vape basically. You know. And
Yeah.
as far as temp control, I don't know. Yeah, it's good not to get dry hits. But like you were saying, Hank, I like to vape with a high temperature anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I'm at 580 degrees,
But
you
me
know,
also. But uh, if you use temperature control at higher temperatures, even not being protected against a dry hit, you start to feel the vape being weak and weak, and you start to
Yeah.
feel you are going to have a dry hit instead of having really the dry hit. So the temperature
Right.
control will not protect you on 100%, but you feel and you are going to be protected. So
yeah.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Brian from the Vapor Chronicles needs that box.
What's that? The Ace.
I said Brian from the Vapor Chronicles needs that box.
What the Ace Solo?
Yeah.
I think he's got it, doesn't he? I know he has the 160.
yeah, he
I know
has
he's
the
like the king of
A1C.
dry hits.
You know what he has? He has the new one from Volcano, the new 200 DNA 200 from
The
Volcano.
DNA 200. Oh man,
Yeah,
that one looks really awesome. Nice.
yeah, that does look really nice. Volcano, man, they're kicking that. They got some nice shit, man. They got some really nice shit. And speaking of that, Brian put up a post on Instagram today talking about the 2-tank Pro, and he was like, you know, he said I baked on 90 different tanks, and this is by far my favorite one, the Volcano
Yeah,
one.
so on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
And it
And
isn't
we
even
also
a top fill.
no, it's not even a top fill, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Just Anthony, I finally got a box that Billy's got.
Disco light show.
oh yeah. Daniel, what do you? I know you have this as well, the SMY Mini, and I found that the
Yeah.
temperature control on this thing works fucking awesome, amazing.
Yeah, and my opinion on the SMY 60TC Mini is the same opinion as the EVIC VT. I love temperature control mods that you just need to adjust temperature and forget about everything else. That's the way I love the SMY, and that's the way I love the EVIC. The
Yes.
SMY is way too off on temperature. I don't know if you saw my review. It's a little bit off on temperature, but you reach the temperature above the limit, and it's a great vape.
Yeah, it is. And you're right. Like you throw a tank on there, and it just does its job. You don't have to adjust nothing. You don't have to lock nothing. It just does its job. And I would like to see. I mean, only basically because I'm used to adjusting my wattage as well.
Yeah.
And also on its site, it says, well, on the one site I see, it says it does titanium. And in my video, I actually vaped it in titanium. It doesn't say it anywhere in the booklet or nothing. I don't know. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I spoke about that on my review. I gave them the opinion on my review to place the titanium temperature control option and even a stainless steel temperature control option if they can. Right. And they replied me the firmware update that will go out next will be to give us the ability to temperature control titanium.
So it doesn't as it stands, but then somewhere I might have been one of those Alibabas. It says reads temperature control of nickel and titanium, and that's where I got that.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Alibaba says crazy things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
But yeah. What's any other hot topics this week? Anybody wants to talk about?
Got the TFV4 coming tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Anyone of you have the gang mod?
No.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
Nah.
Because I love how much the device is comfortable to hold, but they totally missed the point having a Camry board. Instead of a Camry board, if they assembled the device with this SMY 60 board, man, it would be awesome.
Ass-holo. Get it right, Billy. Oh, ass-holo instead of a-solo.
Yeah, everybody is calling him the device like that.
So yeah, I'll tell you what. I just had a video talking about that whole fraud alert. I had this kid fraud me.
Oh yes, I wanted you to talk about that, and I forgot.
I had the kid fraud me. I had a winner, so he contacted me. The winner contacted me, who I thought was the winner. He changed everything. He changed the email. Everything I could find, it was him. It was the winner. You know, emailed me, blah blah blah. He kept emailing me. You're gonna send. He was getting on my nerves. I finally sent it to him, and then I was watching the vape team, and I seen the dude talking in the comments. So I was like, did you get your prize package yet? Because I seen the tracking, and it said he got it, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So then I contacted him through email, and he's like, no, I didn't even know I won, you know. And so then I contacted the dude as I'm talking to him, and I'm like, is this you, Jeremy? He's like, yeah, this is me.
I saw the conversation on Brian's show. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I finally said, look, you're a fucking thief, scumbag. I want my shit back. And then he finally admitted to it. And I said, are you forgetting you sent me a picture of your ID? I have your address. And I was like, I'm a firefighter. So my brother's the fucking detective who has contacts in Washington because he was from Tacoma, Washington. And then I found out he did it to Mark Fagan. He did it to fucking Brett from Southern Gentleman Vapes and Dirty Devo. And so he did send everything back, and I have it all shipped up, ready to go out. Even though there was juice over.
You said he was from Washington?
Tacoma, Washington.
No fucking way, dude.
I will give you the exact address when we're off air.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that happened to me then, too, because do you remember me talking a couple of shows ago about the giveaway and that person that kept fucking bugging me, and then it showed it delivered, and they said it didn't show up? That was a Tacoma, Washington address.
I remember your story.
Yep, it was probably him. He's done it. He's done it to a lot of people.
And they blocked out the address and everything? Fuck.
I have his address. I have everything, dude. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I have his. I'm looking at his picture right now. I have it saved on my desktop.
Yes.
So, I contacted him. I said, if you send everything back, he's 18 years old. He's a fucking young kid. I said, if you send everything back. I won't put your name out there. I won't put, And he did. He sent everything back, and he apologized, promised he won't do it again, and all this other stuff. And so that is what it is. But so because of that, and also, man, there was another reviewer who was, I don't know, he was fucking pretty much defending him inside Vaporium. He was fucking defending him, and he's no longer in Vaporium. And he was actually a guest on our show once, so I'm going to leave it right there, but it kind of pissed me off. Got to do a big fight with Dirty.
We shouldn't get into that.
Yeah, but anyway, that just pissed me off, what I want to say, but I'm not going to get into it. But I changed my rules for giveaways, because of this kid. So I put out a video kind of changing the rules. I'm going to have people pay for it now, because having people pay for it is going to deter people who are thieves. Thieves don't want to pay, so that's one, and also I can open it up to the rest of the world, because I just can't afford to send overseas. I can't do it, So
I'm doing the same. I need people to pay for shipping because I'm doing so much giveaways these days, and I'm gonna be broke.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. I mean, you know what? I got nothing but good feedback from it. So it is what it is, But
and I agree 100%. I mean, if you're getting something for free, the least you can do is pay for shipping and be thankful.
Yeah, really. And if you're in the U.S., you're paying what, $5-6? What's the big deal?
Yeah,
I mean, Daniel. I mean, I know the majority of your viewers are probably in the U.S., right?
Yeah, the majority are 67% last week. Yeah, 67.
So yeah, it'll cost you an arm and a leg to send your stuff,
Yeah, I have all my giveaways. I have one Portuguese winner, one French winner, one Greek winner, and 4 or 5 U.S. winners.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. But because the whole thing about doing giveaways, it's supposed to be a happy thing, a fun thing. You're getting something. And for me, for my channel, it's been nothing but a problem giving things away. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I just didn't get it. Like, why am I having such problems giving things to people,
I even tried buying something from you yesterday, and so you didn't have to do a giveaway.
I'm not going to sell no, especially especially something I get for free. I'm not going to sell it, And
I thought you bought that one.
I'm to the point now where I have so much shit, and so much shit just sits here. I mean, it's only right to give back, There's some things that I want to hold on to just because they've been there since the beginning, or, I just really like it, and I will go back to it. But I got to give it away,
Nostalgic.
And history.
I still got my first condom.
Or even because someday can be a version 2 of something out, and we want to compare with the version 1.
Yeah. But definitely when I get if I get 2 of something, that just goes right into the giveaway pile, the second or third or whatever,
Me also.
And also, I've been helping a lot of people in my own life. You know what I mean? Like, I run into friends and family and neighbors. They all come to me.
I give away a lot of stuff personally to people local to me.
Yeah, me also.
Yeah, so the guy who actually won, he's in the comments now.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, but like I was saying, yeah, man, it's funny though. I'm like the vaping police. Like everybody wants to quit, like on my block and shit. They all come to me. So I want to quit. I'm like, hold on, I got something for you, you know. Oh,
That's awesome, though. I mean, that's the whole idea of this thing.
yeah. And the whole sponsor smoker. Somebody asked in the comments how it's going. It's going good. I replied to a lot of emails last night. I also put a caveat to that. I want to kind of see a video. Not that I need to show a video, but just because of that reason with the whole fucking fraudster dude, I don't want to be frauded again. I don't want somebody sitting there lying to me and tell me a fucking sob story just to get free shit. And so I kind of want to get to know the person. I want to see them, you know. It's going good, and I'm narrowing it down, and I'm still getting more in. So I will pick someone soon. Wanted to give it some time. I know, Hank, you already got a woman, right? Who?
Yeah, I've got one. She's actually with us here in the chat. And
Yeah, she emailed me as well.
I've got
one woman winning.
That, yeah, well, I guess you can call it a win. I don't know. One woman that I chose. I just really liked her story, and she seemed genuine.
Yeah, she's definitely genuine. She's been emailing me too.
Yeah, I've been talking to her a lot. Holy shit!
Holy shit.
That made me jump.
What the fuck was that?
That's the storm at Jay's house.
Yeah, but it's tearing some shit up over here.
Hey, do you get Wi-Fi in your tornado shelter?
I'm using my phone right now for Wi-Fi because my other shit went out. I started noticing the lights were flickering. I'm like, oh shit, really? Tonight? Seriously?
Yeah. Damn.
I think this is Project Fog thing because I don't think Billy's dropped off once tonight. I was the one who dropped off, so
yeah.
I think it's more of a Project Fog problem.
But yeah, so I mean, so far mine's going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with what I've got going on so far, and I'm still open for more people to sponsor. I haven't had as many people contact me as I thought I would. I'm still getting quite a few though, but most of them seem to be, what can you give me instead of how can you help me?
Yeah, I got quite a few of them.
And I don't really like that.
Yeah.
No, because that's not what it's about at all. It's not.
Nope.
You know.
Because like I said in my sponsor video, I don't have any beginner stuff, and if you're really struggling to make the switch from smoking, this here is not going to fucking help you. No. This isn't for you, and I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I agree, man. It's not about that. It's not about just giving. Of course, look, if I find when I do find somebody, I'm sponsoring one person. That's what I'm want, because I want to focus my time and energy on that person. Now, once they get good and going, then I'll pick another person. But
yeah.
But I want to get to know them. I want to talk it through them. I'm going to help them out. I'll find out their financial situation. They may be good. Look, I got money. Just tell me what to buy, you know. But they may be struggling. So then I'll say, all right, well, listen, I got something for you, you know, something like that. But I'm not just going to say, all right, you won. Here's what your prize. You know, it's not about that.
Right.
And everybody's different too. I mean, like with me, when I quit smoking, I was using an MVP, the first gen MVP box with the iClear 30 tank, and it wasn't really doing it for me. And I used that thing for a year. It wasn't until I actually went into dripping that I lost the sensation for smoking.
Right.
So I mean, everybody's going to be different as far as what they like.
I get that too. But if I would just straight up take something like this, you know, with a 0.2 build at 80 watts to somebody who's a smoker, I mean, it's not gonna be satisfying at all. They're gonna be like, that's fucking hot.
But I have a friend, a policeman. He smoked 3 packs a day, and the only way he stopped smoking was vaping a Subom Coil around 50 to 70 watts and 36 milligrams nicotine.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Now he's on 12 or 11, but it was the only way he found to jump on vaping and forget about smoking.
So
Here, just give him this.
yeah, and tell him he doesn't need a blunt tip needle. He needs a sharp needle and just shoot it right in. That's the only way it's gonna work.
Three packs a day. That guy smokes.
Don't ever fucking do that, guys. Please.
Yeah.
Speaking of bottles
Don't try
like
this at
that,
home.
Daniel posted a bottle on Instagram, 2 bottles of your home shit, and it looks like 2 big jugs of fucking sperm. Dude, it was like a fucking 2 jugs, like his big, man. I was like, damn, he's looking to impregnate the whole village.
It was this juice. It was the juice I'm vaping now. Is the mother's milk.
No.
Mother's
It
milk.
doesn't say the
Perfect
father's
name
milk.
Oh shit.
So somebody.
Because
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because the way I DIY, I do, for example, 250 or 300 milliliters on 1 liter bottle, and when I shake the bottle, it becomes steeped very, very quickly and totally white.
Yeah. It's funny though. I was like, damn, my man can put it out.
Fucking elephant.
I know how you shake that bottle. Woo!
God.
Oh man,
Now
I'll
I'm
tell you
thinking
what.
about,
I've been really
Slapshot.
enjoying these fucking tobaccos, man.
Are you dripping them too?
Dripping them in the steamboat.
Damn.
The steamboat on the man. It's real nice.
Because, I mean, I'm
Really
not big
enjoy
on
it.
tobaccos anyway, but I can vape them from time to time, but I can't fucking drip a tobacco at all. It makes me feel sick.
It's not. It's a.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a naturally extracted tobacco. It's almost like vaping a cigarette, dude. It's kind of like smoking a cigarette. It's weird.
Holy shit.
Holy shit!
Look at this.
What's it say?
Flash flood.
Flash flood warning this area. My phone just started going off with alerts.
Man.
Get down!
I'd vape. He said I'd vape. Fresh said I'd vape Billy's milk.
Oh, man.
Feta flavored. That's fucking funny.
I was going to take some saline solution and send it to you in a bottle. Call it Billy's Love Juice.
That's me. You guys are. He said. Wait. Time Bandit said, "Yeah, you guys ever see that guy on YouTube that shakes his bottles by zip tying them to his Sawzall? That's what I do." I saw the guy who did that on video. He had it sitting on his lap, dude, and he's like, I'm like, dude, and he didn't take his blade off or nothing. That dude looked like he was gonna cut his leg off. I do that, but I have it set up like I have a big saw blade and I tape the shit out of it. And I got a little fucking attachment with bands on there, and I just strap it on, zip it, and that motherfucker steeps within 10 seconds.
Hey, I've actually used that method before too, and the first time I did it, I didn't like grind the teeth on the blade down or tape it off or anything. I just zip tied it, and I had a glass bottle, and I was in my kitchen with a tile floor, and I went boom. It was like within 2 seconds that fucking zip tie cut. That bottle shot across the kitchen, hit the cabinet, then hit the floor, and went.
Yeah. No, you got to do it right. You got to do it right. You got to go slow at first. You got to work it up into it, and then you can't just hit the button because it's going to go and break apart. Man, you got to work it into it. You got to get emotion.
Yeah. So what I ended up doing was I just ground the teeth on the blade off, and it works fine now.
Yeah.
But it like exploded everywhere, and I went, fuck. There was like little chunks of glass everywhere, and I was like, god damn it. And Katie was like, she texted me, I'll be home in like 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck.
See, I just use a
Need to get this cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Beatty made a homemade magnetic stirrer. I actually seen that, how you can make one of them. It was pretty cool. But that fucking dude with the sawzall, dude, it was sitting right. You got to see this video when we're done here. Search for it because he's holding it. He's like, "Don't worry, man, I'm a professional or something." And dude, it's just like he's got like one hand holding it, and it's all awkward, and he almost hits his leg. You're like, "What the fuck, dude? Stop!"
It's because he's probably filming on his phone, so he's probably like this. This is how I do it.
Dude, it was almost as bad as watching Daniel try to recreate that fucking battery venting.
A thriller movie.
Yeah. I was actually putting my laptop screen down like this when I was watching that.
Oh man.
Trim my nose hairs. Anybody? Yeah, I fucking. What the hell I was? Oh, fuck. Never mind. I lost my thought. Fuck.
That happens when you get to your age, man.
I'm not. Wait, how old are you, Jay? You're about my age, ain't you?
I'll be 37 here in a couple months.
Oh, yeah, I'm a little older. I'm 38. Damn, you're a young guy, ain't you?
I know, this shit sucks, though. It's like 40's getting there real quick.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm 12 years from 50. That fucks me up.
I'm just 30.
30. Daniel's a young man, too. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so as far as coil building, man, I was never a coil builder, but I've been making some crazy shit lately. I did like dual twisted Claptons.
Yeah.
And I did
Dude, I seriously, I remember like a month ago, you were like, dude, fuck dripping, fuck building coils, this is bullshit. And you're like throwing your stuff down, this is bullshit. And then the other day you posted all these pictures of these coils. I'm like, what the fuck happened to Billy? God damn.
I know. Oh, not just building shit. Have you seen some of the shit Dirty's building?
He's possessed.
Yeah, Dirty's kicking ass, man.
Yeah, he is.
But I built a twisted 22 running parallel with a twisted Clapton. I don't know what to call it. I called it. I put it on my Lycan RDA, so I called it the Howl at the Moon. By the way, if you've never seen this Lycan, dude, I don't know why this thing isn't more popular. It's basically the Mutation X V4, but it has more features. It's got the honeycomb top, like the what's that called?
Row Hunter.
Royal Hunter. Yeah, it's got that. It's got a couple different attachments. You can put your own drip tip in it. It's got the bottom airflow, and then it's got the side holes, just like the Mutation X, and it's very well made. And I don't see why it's not more popular. And it's only $25.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called the Lycan. It's made by Sig Green. Sig Green makes some They come out with some pretty nice stuff.
Yeah, they've been stepping their game up a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of these clone companies have.
Well, just look at H Cigar coming out with the authentic DNA 200 board.
Yep.
And it's $110 or $115, something like that. That's fucking awesome.
This one is from EH Pro. It's called the E-Drip. It's pretty neat. It looks funky, but it's pretty cool. It's got a small build deck because it narrows down, but the airflow is it holds the heat off. Like this thing doesn't get hot, and you just turn that for the airflow. You kind of.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Cool. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of these clone companies are starting to come out with their own shit. I moved all my drippers down. Actually, you can tell I've been dripping a lot more. Like, all my drippers used to sit back in the back here, but now they're all on my table in front of me. And I got a big strip with all these holes in it with fucking, like, about 40 drippers sitting in it.
I've been getting back to dripping. I mean, after all my big tank phase, I was like, I missed my drippers. Missed building again.
Yeah.
Because here you go. This is a single. This is a fused Clapton. But this sucker's.
Oh man! Anyone already did a Clapton titanium wire? No,
Not
I was
titanium, no.
I was 2 hours to achieve a piece like that, a tiny piece. 2 hours.
Fuck that.
Titanium just breaks so easily.
Yeah. Tell you that that's another one. Now I think this once people find out about it, this Stro Mini, I got that dual twisted Clapton on there, but
Yeah,
such just like the Velocity, dude. It's so awesome, man.
I'm gonna
Thing
pick
is
one up.
great. Yeah, it's such a great fucking little Addy, man. Looks great on the fucking little Simple. Cool shit, man. Everybody's coming out with good shit. It's amazing. That's what I was talking about, you know? Even like Tesla picked up the game. Fucking, you know, that little guy, what's he called? The Tesla 2? Fucking thing's amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite fucking, you know, things to vape on.
How do you
Really
like
good.
the Smoke X Cube?
I love it. I love it. I really like that thing, man.
Yeah.
I like
Nice.
playing with it. I like all the features. Do you have it, Daniel?
I think I will receive it on Tuesday or Wednesday. I purchased from GearBest, and I'm
Okay.
waiting.
I get my Stigelli
I
150.
think you're gonna like that.
Let's see if
The
it is this
TC?
time that I do a good review for Smoke.
Yeah, I'd like to see your take on it because it has that whole temperature coefficient kind of that you got to mess with. Because if you try to just do a cotton burn test right off the bat without messing with that, you're going to burn your cotton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I've had it set to where I burnt my cotton. I have it set where I won't burn my cotton. You got to go into the app and set your temperature coefficient right. Oh.
Okay.
Which I actually kind of like that. I mean, it was kind of neat because you can dial in the vape.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can set up the temperature coefficient of the wire, you can set up the temperature coefficient for stainless steel wire. That's nice.
I don't know if
I'm
you
gonna
can
be
with this,
trying
though.
that first when I receive.
Like I
What
think
what
it'll.
is the which is the range? Which is the range on temperature coefficient the device has?
I couldn't give you the exact numbers
Um,
offhand. It's but
I'm
you
looking
can
right
only
now.
do it. You can only do it like it'll say nickel mode. You know what I mean? Right? Am I right on that, Jay? It doesn't it say like when you set the temperature control coefficient, you have to go into nickel mode in the app itself. Like down the bottom, it'll say
Yeah, which you can do
power
it.
mode, and it'll say nickel mode or titanium.
Yeah, which it goes up. It goes up to 0.00670, and it goes all the way down to 00270.
270. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with stainless steel because stainless steel is 210. So 00210 on the Smoke, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
He fucking knows
Big
that off the
fail.
top of his head.
Big fail.
But the cool thing about it is, though, with this thing having the capabilities of having the updates and stuff, if Smoke ever decides to change that, I'm sure they could go in and change it. Unless it's just something in the chip, I don't know. But
Did you upgrade?
I can try
Did you
to.
upgrade it to titanium yet?
no, not yet, because I was looking at titanium. I'm like, shit, I can't afford that right now.
And you need to pay for the
'Cause I
upgrade.
think, what's that?
You need to pay for the upgrade.
Yeah, it's
$1
$0.46
or $1.90. Oh, okay.
46 cents. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool device. I like it. I like the looks of it. I like the feel of it. It's solid. I like that you can actually watch it while you're vaping. You know, you flip the screen around.
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah.
have my screen upside down. But when you
I
flip
like
the
that.
screen around, the positive button becomes the negative button. The negative button becomes the positive button when you swap it around.
Yeah, you can look live on your app while you're vaping, and it tells you what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. That's another thing. That's what I forgot to mention about where vaping's going is that type
Yeah.
of shit, like integration with basically smart chips or smart mods. Like you have smart homes, smart cars, smartphones, smart
Yeah.
mods. You know.
Yeah. I think that's the way to go too.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, it definitely is inevitable. Integration to your phone and your computer and everything like that. Did everybody leave the chat?
I don't know, mine kind of stopped.
I don't know.
It says there's still 23 people watching.
Yeah, it does.
23
24.
people? What the hell?
25, actually.
Yeah, we don't get a lot. Yeah, I don't know. So, I don't see anybody else in the chat. So, and it's getting late and I got work in the morning. So, I'm going to pretty much wrap it up if that's all right with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yep.
All righty then. Let's say our goodbyes. Start with you, Jay.
All right, well, guys, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And long-time watcher, first-time caller. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Good show tonight. Actually, I mean, that was a lot of neat shit. I mean, I'm learning about this too, and I enjoy seeing all the new products that are coming out. And I actually had a chance to sit down and catch up on a shit ton of videos today. So,
Jay, what does your
I'm
shirt
up with
say?
what's going on in the world. Relax, asshole. It's only vapor.
I got a shirt
That's
coming
fine.
from
That's
Giant Vapes called it says wait, what's it say? I sub own 24 milligrams.
Dude, I got a meme that's like that. Oh, I gotta find it because this is funny as shit. It's got the guy from 300 on there. Shit, where's it at? Where's it at? Sorry, give me a second.
All right, Daniel. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at and say your goodbyes?
Okay, I'm Daniel. I have a YouTube channel, JLSB Vapes. I do reviews. Recently, I did some battery venting. Thanks for having me on the show, and sorry for my poor English. But I really appreciate to be on live shows, hanging with all of you.
We appreciate you too, and your English is fine, bro.
Yeah, it's nice having you. Nice to meet you.
And keep putting up the awesome reviews, dude. Like you do good reviews. I put you in the same category as Phil because not that you are Phil or you're trying to be Phil. I think you're down technical and you know what you're doing and you have a lot of the gear that So we need you in our generation of reviewers. So you're our Phil.
Yeah. Anytime somebody asks me something technical about a device that I can't explain, if Daniel's reviewed it, I tell him go watch his video.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And plus, Daniel reviews a lot more than Phil does.
Yeah, I don't want to be on Phil's way. Okay, I just want to provide more and better content.
Yeah, of course. I think everybody sees that. I'm not like even comparing you to Phil. I'm just saying you're more in that line of reviewing where you get more technical with things. Like you get down to the nitty gritty as does Phil, and that's all I'm saying. And you do a good job at it, man. So keep up the good work.
Absolutely, I enjoy your stuff too. And thanks for coming on and providing such a good wealth of knowledge to our show tonight.
And if you haven't subbed to Daniel, stop over and sub to his channel. You'll really enjoy it and you'll learn something.
Jay, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me, man.
It's a pleasure to have you.
All right, guys. You just want to take one big toke and we'll get the fuck out of here?
Yep. And thanks to everybody for coming in on the chat tonight. It was a good time.
All righty, motherfuckers. Let's do this.
I'm doubling it.
Gotcha.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ready?
Well, that's interesting. So
What's that?
basically, Billy froze up, and he's running the control panel, so we're still live.
Since he frozen, yeah, we are still live.
So I have no idea how to turn this off now.
Alright, we'll keep going.
I think he needs to come up again.
Yeah.
He's gonna go to bed. We're gonna be live all night long.
Right.
I'll take the first shift.
So Bill is a firefighter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, he
I was a
is.
firefighter. I was a firefighter for 5 years
Really? That's cool.
since I lived since I got into Navy.
Awesome. I am too, actually. I'm a volunteer, though. He's a career guy.
Okay. Yeah, I was a volunteer.
They call me the fireman. I go around all over town putting out a flame.
Yeah. He's texting me.
He jumped off.
He said his computer shut off. He's rebooting.
It had to happen sometime. He knew it was going to happen.
All right, so everybody that's still here watching, every week, you know, we can go off the air, and we're all still here in the hangout. If you've never been here and you don't know that, so welcome to the post show. This is what you guys don't usually get to see.
Oh,
And,
hey, something. While we were talking about you guys being firefighters and stuff, I just wanted to say one thing about that. Now, I don't know if Hank, if you've got the link to it. I don't know if I might still have the link to it, but there's an organization that you guys can actually go to and give money to or whatever, and they've got products and stuff you can buy, and it goes towards, I think, what the firefighters. It's a firefighters fund for like fallen firefighters and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
And like, I mean, I got these vape bands and stuff that, you know, just kind of support you guys and stuff. But definitely, if you know that website, because I don't remember the name of it, but I had to throw it out there when we were talking about it.
I don't think I know about it, unless it's through the NFFF, National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. They do a lot of stuff. They do a lot of stuff like that, and they're actually based local to me. They're only about a half-hour drive from here, the National Fire Academy and the Fallen Firefighters Memorial. So that's really cool.
I don't know if I just clicked on something and it opened up like 20 pages.
Well, you know, it just wouldn't be Project F.O.G unless Billy had an issue like this. It's just that
It's like your mantra.
it's never been at like this this most inopportune time when we're trying to end the show. Like usually it's a little more convenient. It's like in the middle of the show and he drops off, comes back on, no big deal.
Oh, that's what I did. Screw this. Shit.
All right, well he's back. Are we gonna take another toke or?
He's back.
I promise. As soon as I literally was about to click the stop broadcast button, and my computer just went pew.
Hey, it wouldn't be Project F.O.G without your issues, man.
My computer said, "You know what? You ain't leaving, motherfucker, without me shutting you out."
Got the last laugh.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching. I thought I had to bring that little bit of entertainment at the end. So, peace and sláinte.
Seizures.
Bye.